Class 12 Subbiology. 7 Plant Growth and Mineral Nutrition Exercise Plus Project. 1. Multiple choice questions. 1. Which of the hormones can replace vernalization? A. Auxin. B. Cytokinin. C. Gibberellins. D. Ethylene. ANS. Gibberellins. 2. The principal pathway of water translocation in angiosperms is sieve cells. B. Sieve tube elements. C. Phylum. D. Phylum and phloem. ANS. C. Phylum. 3. Abscisic acid controls. A. Cell division. B. Leaf fall and dormancy. C. Shoot elongation. D. Cell elongation and wall formation. ANS. B. Leaf fall and dormancy. 4. Which is employed for artificial ripening of banana fruits? A. Auxin. B. Ethylene. C. Cytokinin. D. Gibberellin. ANS. B. Ethylene. 5. Which of the following is required for stimulation of flowering in the plants? A. Adequate oxygen. B. Definite photoperiod. C. Adequate water. D. Water and minerals. ANS. B. Definite photoperiod. 6. For short day plants, the critical period is A. Light. B. Dark night. C. Of rays. D. Both A and C. ANS. B. Dark night. 7. Which of the following is not day-neutral plant? A. Tumitu. B. Cotton. The sunflower. D. Swibian. ANS. Swibian. 8. Essential macroelements are all manufactured during photosynthesis. A. Produced by enzymes. C. Absorbed from soil. D. Produced by growth hormones. ANS. C. Obtained from soil. 9. Function of zinc is A. Closing of stomata. B. Biosynthesis of 3 C. Synthesis of chlorophyll. D. Oxidation of carbohydrates. ANS. D. Biosynthesis of 3 10. Necrosis means A. Yellow spots on the leaves. B. Death of tissue. C. Darkening of green color in leaves. D. Wilting of leaves. ANS. B. Death of tissue. 11. Conversion of nitrates to nitrogen is called A. Ammonification. B. Nitrification. C. Nitrogen fixation. D. Denitrification. ANS. D. Denitrification. 12. How many molecules of ATP are required to fix molecule of nitrogen? I. 12. B. 20. D. 6. D. 16. ANS. D. 16. 2 very short answer questions. 1. Enlist the phases of growth in plants. ANS. 1. Lag phase, initial phase. 2. Log phase, exponential phase. 3. Stationary phase, maturation phase. 2. Give the full form of IAA. ANS. Indole acetic acid. 3. What does it mean by open growth? ANS. Open growth that continues throughout the life of an organism. It never stops completely. 4. Which is the plant stress hormone? The plant stress hormone is abscisic acid. 5. What is denitrification? ANS. Denitrification is the process in which nitrates are converted into nitrogen gas or nitrous oxide, NO. 6. Name the bacteria responsible for conversion of nitrite to nitrate. ANS. The bacteria responsible for conversion of nitrite to nitrate are Nitrobacter. 7. What is role of gibberellin in rosette plants? ANS. In rosette plants, the role of gibberellin is to promote stem elongation. 8. Define vernalization. ANS. Vernalization is the process of promoting flowering in plants by exposing them to prolonged cold temperatures. 9. Define photoperiodism. ANS. Photoperiodism is the process of plants to the length of day and night. 10. What is the grand period of growth? ANS. The grand period of growth is the total period during which growth occurs in an organism, including all three phases: lag phase, log phase, and senescence phase. 1. Write a short note on differentiation. ANS. Differentiation is the process by which cells or tissues become specialized in structure and function during the growth of a plant or animal. In plants, simple meristematic cells change into specific types of cells like xylem, phloem, or parenchyma to perform particular functions such as transport or storage. This process helps in the formation of various tissues and organs. The redifferentiation. ANS. Redifferentiation is the process by which once differentiated cells again become specialized to perform new functions. In plants after dedifferentiation, when mature cells regain the ability to divide, the new cells formed can redifferentiate to form specific tissues or organs such as xylem, phloem or root and shoot during secondary growth or tissue culture. 2. Differentiate between arithmetic and geometric growth. Points: arithmetic growth, geometric growth. Definition: growth occurs at a constant rate. Growth occurs at an exponential rate. Rate of growth: only one daughter cell continues to divide while other matures. Both daughter cells continue to divide. Type of increase: increases by a constant amount per unit time. Increases by a constant ratio or multiple per unit time. Growth curve: produces a linear growth curve. Produces a sigmoid-shaped or exponential growth curve. Example: root elongation. Growth of bacteria or plant cells in early stages. 3. Enlist the role and deficiency symptoms of a nitrogen. 1. It is an essential component of proteins, nucleic acids, adenine and chlorophyll. 2. Promotes vegetative growth and gives the plant a healthy green color. 3. Helps in cell division and enlargement. Deficiency symptoms: 1. Stunted growth and reduced leaf size. 2. Leaves turn yellow, chlorosis, especially older leaves. 3. Poor fruit and seed development. The phosphorus: 1. Essential component of ATP, DNA, and RNA, helping in energy transfer and genetic functions. 2. Promotes root development, especially lateral fibrous roots. 3. Helps in flowering, fruiting, and seed formation. Deficiency symptoms: 1. Stunted growth and delayed maturity. 2. Leaves may develop a purplish or reddish coloration, especially on the underside. 3. Poor root growth and reduced flowering and fruiting. Potassium: 1. Regulates opening and closing of stomata, helping in water balance. 2. Activates many enzymes involved in photosynthesis and respiration. 3. Helps in transport of food materials and improves disease resistance. Deficiency symptoms: 1. Yellowing of leaf margins, marginal chlorosis, followed by browning, scorching. 2. Weak stems and lodging of plants. 3. Reduced resistance to disease and poor fruit quality. 4. What is short day plant? Give any 2 examples. ANS. Short day plants are those that require a light period shorter than a critical length, usually less than 12 hours. To flower, they need long nights and short days. For flowering, examples: 1. Soybean. 2. Chrysanthemum. 5. What is vernalization? Give its significance. ANS. Vernalization is the process of promoting flowering in plants by exposing them to a period of low temperature. Significance. 1. It helps in early flowering and shortening of the vegetative period. 2. It enables plants to flower in favorable conditions even if grown in warmer climates. 4 long answer questions. 1. Explain sigmoid growth curve with the help of the diagram. The growth of plants or their organs over time, when measured and plotted on a graph, usually follows a characteristics-shaped curve known as the sigmoid growth curve or S-curve. Phases of sigmoid growth curve. The sigmoid curve is divided into 3 main phases. 1. Lag phase, initial phase. This is the initial slow growth period. Cells are preparing for active division and adjusting to environmental conditions. The rate of growth is very low. 2. Log phase, exponential phase. This is the period of rapid growth. Cells divide actively and the rate of growth increases exponentially. It is the maximum growth phase. 3. Stationary phase, maturation phase. Growth slows down and finally becomes constant. This happens because nutrients become limited or space becomes restricted. The rate of anabolism equals catabolism, so there is no net increase in size. Explanation. The curve starts slowly, lag phase, then rises steeply, log phase, finally becomes flat, stationary phase. This type of curve is common in plant growth, microbial populations, and even animal growth changes over time. Conclusion. The sigmoid growth curve clearly shows that growth is not uniform throughout life. It starts slow, becomes rapid, and finally stops, reflecting the dynamic nature of growth in living organisms. 2. Describe the types of plants on the basis of photoperiod required with the help of suitable examples. ANS. The response of plants to the relative length of day and night is called photoperiodism based on the requirement of light, day length for flowering. Plants are classified into 3 main types. 1. Short day plants, SIP. These plants require a photoperiod shorter than a critical day length for flowering. In other words, they flower when the day length is shorter and the night is longer than a specific period. If the night is interrupted by light, flowering is inhibited. They are also called long night plants. Examples: rice, soybean, chrysanthemum, tobacco, dahlia, cotton. 2. Long day plants. These plants require a photoperiod, then a critical day length to flower. They flower when days are longer and nights are shorter. If the dark period is extended, flowering is delayed and prevented. They are also known as short night plants. Examples: wheat, barley, oats, spinach, lettuce, sugar beet. 3. Day neutral plants. The flowering of these plants is not affected by the duration of day or night. They flower independently of photoperiod, depending mostly on age and internal factors such as hormones. Examples: tomato, cucumber, sunflower, cotton, maize, peas. Conclusion. Photoperiodism plays a crucial role in the timing of flowering, ensuring that plants reproduce during the most favorable environmental conditions. This classification helps in crop planning and breeding programs according to seasonal variations. 3. Explain biological nitrogen fixation with example. Introduction. Nitrogen is an essential nutrient for all living organisms as it forms a vital part of proteins, nucleic acids, and chlorophyll. Although 78% of the Earth's atmosphere is nitrogen gas, and plants cannot use it directly because it is inert and non-reactive. Therefore, it must be converted into a usable form such as ammonia, a process called nitrogen fixation. When this conversion is carried out by living organisms, it is biological nitrogen fixation is the process by which certain microorganisms convert atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia, which can be absorbed and used by plants. The organisms capable of fixing nitrogen biologically are known as diazotrophs. They may be 1. Symbiotic nitrogen fixers. These bacteria live in a mutualistic relationship with plants, mostly legumes. The bacteria reside in the root nodules of the host plant, where they fix nitrogen for the plant. In return, the plant provides them with food and shelter. Examples: Rhizobium, found in root nodules of leguminous plant like pea bean and clover. Frankia, present in root nodules of non-leguminous plants like ulmus. 2. Free, living nitrogen fixers. These organisms fix nitrogen independently in the soil without any plant association. Examples: Azobacter, aerobic bacterium, Clostridium, anaerobic bacterium, Anabaena and Nostoc, blue-green algae cyanobacteria. Mechanism of nitrogen fixation. The process is catalyzed by the enzyme nitrogenase, which is found only in nitrogen-fixing microorganisms. This enzyme works in the absence of oxygen, anaerobic conditions. The overall reaction is this means nitrogen gas is reduced to ammonia using and hydrogen ions. Example: in leguminous plants like pea, bean, or groundnut, the bacterium Rhizobium forms root nodules. Inside these nodules, Rhizobium fixes atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia, which is converted to nitrates and utilized by the plant for protein synthesis. Diagram representation. Conclusion. Biological nitrogen fixation is a natural and eco-friendly and enhances soil fertility. It reduces the need for chemical nitrogen fertilizers and is vital for sustainable agriculture. 4. Write on macronutrients and micronutrients required for plant growth. Plants require a variety of mineral nutrients for their growth and development. These nutrients are absorbed mainly from the soil through the roots and are essential for various physiological and biochemical processes. Based on the quantity required, these nutrients are divided into macronutrients and micronutrients. 1. Macronutrients. Macronutrients are those elements that are required by plants in large amounts. They are further classified into primary and secondary macronutrients. A. Primary macronutrients 1 nitrogen, and role promotes vegetative growth, forms amino acids, proteins, nucleic acids, and chlorophyll. Deficiency symptoms: yellowing of older leaves, chlorosis, stunted growth. 2. Phosphorus, role important in energy transfer, root development, and seed formation. Deficiency symptoms: poor root growth, reddish or purplish coloration of leaves. 3. Potassium, role regulates water balance, enzyme activation, and translocation of carbohydrates. Deficiency symptoms: scorched leaf margins, weak stems, and poor disease resistance. B. Secondary micronutrients. 4. Calcium, role provides structural length to cell walls involved in cell division and membrane stability. Deficiency symptoms: death of growing points, distorted young leaves. 5. Magnesium, role central atom of chlorophyll molecule, activates many enzymes involved in photosynthesis. Deficiency symptoms: interveinal chlorosis in older leaves. 6. Sulfur, role essential for synthesis of amino acids, cysteine, methionine, and vitamins. Deficiency symptoms: yellowing of young leaves, reduced protein formation. 2. Micronutrients. Micronutrients are required in very small quantities, but are equally important for plant growth and metabolic functions. 1. Iron, role involved in chlorophyll synthesis and electron transport in photosynthesis. Deficiency symptoms: interveinal chlorosis in young leaves. 2. Manganese, role activates enzymes in photosynthesis, respiration, and nitrogen metabolism. Deficiency symptoms: chlorosis with small brown spots. 3. Zinc, role involved in the synthesis of auxin, growth hormone, and enzyme activation. Deficiency symptoms: shortened internodes, little leaf formation. 4. Copper, role component of enzymes involved in redox reactions and lignin synthesis. Deficiency symptoms: dieback of shoots, curling of young leaves. 5. Boron B, role important for cell wall formation, sugar transport. Deficiency symptoms: brittle leaves, poor fruit and seed set. 6. Molybdenum, role required for nitrogen fixation and nitrate reduction. Deficiency symptoms: chlorosis and poor nitrogen metabolism. 7. Chlorine, role helps in osmotic balance and photosynthesis. Deficiency symptoms: wilting and chlorosis of leaf tips. Both micronutrients and micronutrients are essential for healthy plant growth, while macronutrients are needed in larger quantities. Micronutrients are required in trace amounts but are equally vital. A deficiency or excess of any of these elements can lead to poor growth, low yield, and visible physiological disorders in plants. Hence, maintaining a balanced nutrient supply is crucial for optimum plant health and productivity.